Well, hey, I think I'll sing a song called Cowboys Are My Weakness, because after all, it's Christmas time, right? And the best present of all is to have a cowboy kiss your hand or something fun like that. I'm not looking at you. Well, you'll never hear me knocking an old pair of boots. A man who wears his Wranglers for a Sunday suit. The kind that ain't afraid to get some dirt on his hands. Bring your fresh daisies in a coffee can. I like a man to drive me around, pick up style. Tip his hat and wink at me, shoot me a smile. Take me two-stepping at the honky-tonk. That kind of man ain't hard to want, 'cause cowboys are my weakness.
I'm just singing now.
Living some down home, rugged sweetness, just a little bit outlaw and a little bit Jesus. Let me tell you, cowboys are my weakness. Well, I love to hear my name inside a Texas drawl. Man who takes the time to talk to me when I call. Might get a little rowdy, a little out of hand. But when he's around your mama, he says, yes, ma'am. He's a doer, not a talker. He's tried and he's true. Honey, he's the salt of the earth, but if he's sweet on you, well, he'll treat you like you're the only woman alive. Saddle by saddle, the only way to ride, 'cause cowboys are my weakness. Give me some down home, rugged sweetness, just a little bit outlaw and a whole lot of Jesus. Let me tell you, cowboys are my weakness.
I knew that too. I just didn't want to show you up.
And welcome back to Crossroads Live. We are at the Spirit of the Cowboy.
We are.
I like it.
And
Cowboy.
cowgirl. I like cowgirl.
The Cowgirl,
Cowboy.
yeah. Anyway, I'll tell you what, I'm sitting here with a couple of people that I didn't get to meet y'all the night of Cheryl Rogers.
In Allen,
And I
Texas.
saw y'all perform, and I was there in the audience, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I really enjoyed that so much. you
Oh,
know,
we had
so-
fun doing it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be all girls, but we had to have the token male, the outlaw.
Yeah, I'm the outlaw. I got to be there.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, there's always an outlaw hanging around. Well, what Willie say that women love outlaws?
Oh, well, there is one thing they say.
What's
about
that?
outlaws.
Oh, outlaws. You know what the difference is between outlaws and in-laws? Outlaws are wanted.
Anyway, we got to tell who everybody is.
Yes.
You are Miss Devlin.
Miss Devon of Fort Worth, Texas, and he is, as we have said.
The outlaw.
Why don't you do it in your Frog Millhouse voice?
I'm the outlaw.
All right.
It sounds like your first thing in the morning voice.
I'll tell you what, that
Morning
guy,
boys, yeah.
Frog Millhouse, could make me laugh.
Smiley
Yeah.
brunette.
And I'll tell you who I had the honor of meeting. I was shooting a television show, and we were shooting at this place, and it was owned by the guy who played Tadpole. You remember Tadpole? And he was there, and so I kept looking at, and we were there to film, and so I kept looking over at him, and he kept looking at me, and he walked over and introduced himself to me. He told me his name was Joe, I believe, Joe something. I can't remember his last name, but anyway, he came over and introduced himself, and he said, "Yeah, I was Tadpole." Well, when he said that, I knew.
He wasn't so small anymore, though. Was he?
No, he wasn't small then, I bet.
Yeah, no. But anyway, so y'all are based out of Fort Worth.
Yeah, and we do Western swing. We'll we go around the country somewhat, and then we do a lot around home in Fort Worth. And Western Swing is the official music of Texas, and has been for over a year.
Well,
so
they
we
said Bob Wills is still king.
There you go.
There you go.
You know, Western Swing started in its as an identifiable musical style here in the area of north central Texas and on up into Oklahoma, and went west with the Dust Bowl. Refugees that went to California, they took it there, and Californians love it, and they have Western Swing societies as well. Spade Cooley was the big Western Swing guy out there in the 1930s, 40s, 50s. And Spade was in a lot of movies, too. He was a body double for Roy Rogers. And
really?
His band backed up Roy on the tours and in movies and on recordings.
Wow,
Spade Cooley
wonderful.
was from Oklahoma. So,
Yeah.
actually, Western Swing is part and parcel of American culture. And
It
we love
is.
to do it, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Some folks say he sounds like Tommy Duncan at his best when he's not being Frog Millhouse.
Yeah, when I'm not being Frog.
Yeah.
But, you know, a lot of people don't know that my real name is Jesse.
Yes. Yes. And when I have a persona as Jesse, this gets confusing because my alter ego is Jesse. I am the singing voice of Jesse, the cowgirl from Toy Story 2 on the Walt Disney record that followed up the movie. It's the Walt Disney record won a Grammy Award for the Riders in the Sky. It's the Riders in the Sky project, and I was a guest on the album. That was 12 years ago.
That long
In
ago?
2000, the year
Wow.
2000.
And the album's called Woody's Roundup.
Yes, featuring Riders
And
in
I
the Sky.
saw them
So
perform. I saw the Riders in the Sky at Autry, Oklahoma.
were you there in 1999?
That was it.
That's when they discovered me and asked me to be the voice of Jesse.
Were
At that
you
very
like the
night.
yodeling queen?
Yes, they asked me 2 weeks later after they heard me
Remember
singing.
you.
Yeah.
No.
I wasn't there, but yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Small world. I remember that because they
They didn't know my name, and I wasn't on stage with them that night, but they knew
Yeah.
who. I'd seen them a little, but they called me 2 or 3 weeks later, but it was a Cinderella hunt for the glass slipper because they didn't know my name and didn't know where I was from, so they asked everybody after the fact, who was that girl? And finally, Diane and Jerry West in Duncanville, Texas, they are friends of the Riders. They knew us, and they gave him my phone number. So
No.
Joey called me.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that wonderful?
It was fun.
Yeah, we did that. We were there, my wife and I, at the time. We were there, and she had to have pictures with every one of them.
Oh, yeah. They're so
every
pretty.
one of them, yeah. And
In fact, that night I had on a beautiful hat, and I was in the audience, and I just went up to Ranger Doug and said, "My hat's prettier than yours." He said, "Everything about you's prettier than me, mister."
I'd have tend to agree with him there, you know.
yeah.
We get up on stage and I'll say, you know, she introduces us, and we're Miss Devon and the Outlaw, and I say, yeah, and I'm the pretty one.
yeah, but didn't y'all?
Rascal.
Didn't you perform though during
That
the day?
night was Judy Coder. She performed with them on stage. Interesting thing, the whole thing that happened was she had just won the Patsy Montana yodeling championship, and I had won the first one, which was the year before. So the first 2 winners were present at Gene Autry that evening, and we had been part of a big jam session, and Judy and I were yodeling Cowboy's Sweetheart when the Riders in the Sky RV drove up, and the guys got out, and they didn't look at all cowboy because they were in their comfy clothes. So we were doing Cowboy Sweetheart in this full tilt yodel, her style and my style, and we were having a good time because she's a great gal. And the Riders got out, and they were grinning ear to ear. So Judy was on the show with them that night, but of course I had met them twice before, but never really performed for them or anything. And so in that moment, they said, "I think that's the voice we've been looking for." They've been looking all over the country for the right voice. They had to have a combination of. They wanted a swing sound because the character of the vintage Jessie doll supposedly was a vintage toy made in 1957. So they needed somebody who could kind of evoke that whole image, and they needed a yodel and a childlike sound, and I had all that. And here I am, a grown woman. But forever 12 years old in my heart. Not really.
Yeah. She's
Okay,
forever
well,
12.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We will take a short break, and we will be right back on Crossroads Live.
Yeehaw!
Howdy, folks. My name is Jim Hoffpauer, and you can usually catch me on Crossroads Live with my good friend and sidekick, Sylvia Harrah. But today I'm out here with Danny Boy, out here at the Crossroads Ranch. My request is this. Have you signed up to be an organ donor? And have you talked this over with your loved ones so that they know your desires? That is a gift that only you and God together can give to those in need. So, till we meet again, good luck, God bless, and we'll see you at the Crossroads. Let's go then.
Welcome back to Crossroads Live. Howdy, Jim.
Right. There you go. I'll tell you what, folks. I want y'all to know there's so much talent right here in this room. And now enough about me.
We're kind of heavily weighted.
And anyway, let's introduce this young lady. And what's your name, ma'am?
Brooke Wallace.
Brooke Wallace. Doesn't
Burleson,
that sound like a
Texas.
Hollywood made-up name? Brooke Wallace. And you are from where?
I'm from Burleson.
Burleson.
Yeah.
Do you know a fella out there by the name of Sonny Burgess?
I do.
Sonny Burgess is a good friend of mine. He's been on our show many times. And great guy. Love him and his wife, Donna. Just great people. You know Sonny?
Yeah, I have performed with Sonny with me in character as Jesse in the costume, and he's Woody.
Oh, my
That's
God.
his secret persona. Shh. Don't tell anybody.
All right. So tell us a little bit about you. And what do you do
I play
besides
fiddle.
Oh,
Play
man, does
fiddle.
she play fiddle.
champion fiddle?
Yeah. I play Texas fiddle. I play with Devin, and I've been playing with Devin since I was 7.
Yeah. So has she been up to the?
Devin was 12.
Have you?
So.
She was 12. Yeah. And I'm still 18. And but anyway, no, has she been to the Gene Autry group thing? Lunch?
Oh, yeah. My family, we had a family band, and I'm the oldest of 10 kids. And we all played a different instrument, and we'd go out to Gene Autry, and we used to play and stuff.
Wonderful. That's
Yeah,
great.
it was so
So
much
you're
fun.
going to be at the Christmas party, right?
I don't know.
Well,
I haven't been invited yet.
Yes, you have.
I have.
I have to tell her. Yeah, you're invited.
Oh, well,
might
the
be.
reason I'm asking is because we're going to have cameras there, and we're going to film y'all performing.
Oh,
How's that sound?
fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to, I talked to Jerry today. Well,
I'm a ham anyway. I like to ham it up in front of a camera.
no kidding. And he said he didn't talk very much.
Yeah.
Boy, was he pulling my... And, look at him. There's a moment.
I'm flirting with all the girls out there in camera land.
You can dress him up, but you can't take him anywhere.
I'm single, see, no ring.
What are you going to do? I have to tell you about Brooke because knowing her from a young age, she's so talented and had the advantage of good training. And she competes every year. I guess you just love it. She's a wonderful person. It's not like she's terrible, like got to be better than, but she just is so good on her fiddle. And your dream is to become the first woman to ever win the Texas State Championships, which it's always been male dominated. But she's crept up to position 4.
3.
3. When did that happen?
Last year.
She's number 3 right now. Actually, in our book, she's the best ever. But this girl plays with fire and drive, and anything that she's in, you got to go see. In fact, you've got a band now that new thing that you started.
Yeah, we've started a new band with some of my siblings. So it's
10, 4.
yeah, so 4 of the 10, and then plus a boyfriend, and so we have a bass and guitar and piano and mandolin and fiddle and drums.
What's it called?
It's called Green Light Pistol.
Green light. I love it. Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
On your band, and you told me what kind of music y'all playing.
Yeah, it's like folk rock alternative. I don't really have
love
a name.
that. Well, you know what I call that creative.
Yeah,
very.
Yeah,
it's very creative, you know. And
You can find them on the web. I guess you Google it, Green Light Pistol.
Green Light Pistol. We have a music video on YouTube. You just type in Green Light Pistol. And then on Facebook, it's, GLP Band.
Oh, wonderful.
They've got gorgeous hair and youth and amazing good looks and no hats. I mean, we wear hats. We're at MissDevonandTheOutlaw.com. You got to spell all that out. And it's DEVON. And Kristen Harris, she's my protege, actually. She's KRISTYN Harris.com. Just go to her
Now,
name.
y'all
on
have
the web.
worked with Janet, right?
Oh yeah, Janet. She's been a linchpin for all of us. You yodel. I mean, all of us. If you spend any time around Janet, you yodel.
Oh, yeah. She taught my sister to yodel when she was 4, and she would just yodel through Walmart. We got to where we wouldn't even go with her any place. It was so embarrassing.
Wait a minute, they kept kicking you out.
Yeah, she would just be like, hey, 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 or just going down getting eggs and milk. And we were just like, how embarrassing. And you know what?
it.
Then we started doing it too. So
It is
so
addictive.
you yodel too.
oh, yes.
All right, let me ask you, and both of y'all, when did you realize you could yodel?
When I was 10 years old, I asked my father, what is harmony? I didn't understand harmony, but I also asked him about the yodel, and he could yodel. My dad taught me guitar and everything, but I developed the ability to do a falsetto jump in one direction, and I would do it during I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. I would sing, hear that lonesome whippoorwill. That's all I could do, and I thought I never could yodel until I was hanging around Janet, and she's a 6-time world champion. She's the yodeling queen, and she's got a website too, by the way, and she teaches kids and adults. Well, she was teaching kids, but I was too proud to ask her because I was already an adult, and I'm like professional. I didn't want to ask her to teach me yodel because maybe I can pick this up. So I'm standing behind the door, basically, and listening to what she's doing. And also you listen to the right recordings. And I would practice in my car, in my minivan on the freeway, going like 60 miles an hour with my windows up and nobody else in the car, because that's the only safe place to learn to yodel, where others cannot hear you. And it sounds terrible at first. Have you ever done it? Do you yodel?
No.
Ooh.
I can't sing.
Oh, oh.
Oh.
Cool. That's a beginning. A good beginning.
See, I'll tell you what I
great.
did. Can I tell you a
Go
quick
ahead,
story here? I want to tell you a quick story. Do you know a fellow by the name of Billy Jack Davis? Do you know that name?
I think it's familiar. You're going to have to orient me. Where is he from?
He lives
love his
in
name.
Irving.
Okay.
And he was a policeman. He was I don't know.
One of
I
our
should
thin
tell
blue
that.
line.
But anyway, he worked with the FBI, and so anyway, but he was a singer and he used to come on our show a lot. And so our friend Smokey Montgomery,
Yes. Banjo. Oh, yeah. Like Crushed
Smokey
Boys.
Montgomery had passed away. Well, he and his wife were very good friends of ours, and so we got it in our heads we were going to do a tribute to Smokey. So he wanted me to sing Happy Trails with him. I don't sing. And so I got up and I sang it with him. I did it. And right then I went home after that show and wrote a note in my little book. Roy, please forgive me. So Danny Miller, my crew chief man over there, he begged me never to sing again. So anyway, listen, I want to thank you for taking this time for being with me, and thank you so much. I love it. All right, we'll be right back on Crossroads Live.
Going to war for the sunset of time, traveling the highway home. There on the world of sin all behind, traveling the highway home. Traveling the highway home, yes, I'm traveling the highway home. Narrow the way, thank God I can say, traveling the highway home. Old Satan said that I'd never be traveling
speaks a universal language
and forms the soundtrack of our lives.
Brings joy, hope, and healing.
However, the future of music is in jeopardy.
Illegal downloading and file sharing have already cost
over 70,000 industry-related jobs.
And the U.S. economy loses $30 million a day.
Let's work together and keep the music playing.
Please download and share music responsibly.
To learn more, visit SaveTheMusicAmerica.org.
All right, and welcome back to Crossroads Live. My name is Jim, and I'm in with Pam, and we have some special guests. Why don't you introduce the young lady there, Pammy?
Well, this is Mustang Mickey or Mickey Mustang. Which way is it?
Mustang Mickey.
Mustang, like Mustang Sally. You'd make it would be Mustang Mickey. And you're going to be doing some music for us. What are you going to sing for us today?
I'm going to sing Bob Wills' traditional song, Faded Love.
Oh, that's a great one. That's a great one. And the guest next to you?
And I want to introduce Mr. Buck.
How y'all are?
We are fine. I thought you were from Texas, not Louisiana.
Well, actually, I'm half Cajun and half Texan. That meant I can manglate the English language worse than nobody you saw before again in your life. I guarantee.
I'll tell you. Hang on, I got to get it going here. Well, I tell you what, you want to talk some Cajun, I'll talk some Cajun with you, man, because I am from South Louisiana.
Ah, como se va, mon ami?
Oh, yes, that's as far as I go. No, I had...
Who's your mama? Are you Catholic, and can you make a roux?
And I don't know a quick left when I see one. We had... I was born in a little town called New Orleans.
Okay, my dad's folks are from Terrebonne Parish in Houma. That's unofficial Cajun World Headquarters.
I understand. They got a big old boat right in the middle of the road.
You got that right.
Yeah. And I used to live in Generette.
You have my sympathy.
I also lived in New Iberia.
More
sympathy?
Well, more sympathy there. But the nice thing is, though, there's a couple of places down there that make great bag nutria.
How about... Look at him and I laugh. How about boudin?
I love me some boudin balls, I guarantee.
Yeah.
Now, lest y'all think that we're talking about something dirty there like calf fries. Boudin is a sausage. It's kind of like the Cajun version of liverwurst, but it's got lots of rice in there, and you steam it inside the casing. You split the casing open, take the sausage out, roll it up in a ball, roll it around in cracker meal, and deep fry it, and you got boudin balls.
Yes.
And those are so good. If you used to put a plate of them on top of your head, your tongue would beat your brains out trying to get to them.
I want you to know we are now renaming the show. It's called Crossroads Live Cooking with Buck. I'll tell you what, Buck, why don't y'all do us a song? And I just can't wait to hear you guys. I've heard this lady many times. I've heard you several times. First time I met you was in Tioga.
You see me in Tioga. If the get-up looks familiar, you saw me a few weeks ago on Shotgun Red Show on RFD. Keep your eyes peeled. This next year, you see me on Marty Stewart's show. So I just bounce around, turn up like a bad penny, pert near everywhere.
Got that, folks? And all right, how about a song, young lady?
Here we go.
As I looked at the letters that you wrote to me, it is you that I am thinking of. As I read through the lines that to me were so sweet, I remember our faded love.
I'm Colin Ray. Within the next 30 seconds, at least 3 children will be physically or sexually abused. We must stop this national tragedy that robs our children of their innocence, their dignity, and often their lives. If you or someone you know are being abused, call Child Help USA National Child Abuse Hotline at 1-800-4A-CHILD. Call is free and confidential 24 hours a day. 1-800-4A-CHILD. You can stop child abuse.
All right. And our orchestra is going to do a little number for us. And so tell them about the song, Buck.
All right. Well, this is an old Bob Wills tune, and he wrote it about his girlfriend, hid her name in the first line. See if y'all can pick it up. Oh, deep within my heart lies a melody, a song of old San Antone, where in dreams I live with a beneath the stars all alone. It was there I found the Sidey Hello, enchantment strange as the moon up above, that moonlit path that only she would know. Still here's my broken song of love.
All right. Thank you very much. We had an audience. Now it's time for applause, right?
Yes, it's time for applause.
All right.
But you got to find out what was the name of the girlfriend.
The girlfriend.
The girlfriend in the song.
Liza Millie.
There you go.
Liza Millie. All right. Okay.
Jim, do we have time to do one very special thing here? I'm kind of proud of her. Do we have time to let her give you a yodel?
You
oh
bet.
My goodness.
Let's
we
do
gotta
it.
hear
Let's
it
do it.
yodeling.
Oh yeah.
Shall I do a yodel?
You should do a yodel.
Yes, you.
What shall I do? That first line of Cowboy Sweetheart?
That will work.
Let's trade.
All right.
Well, I play the amazing human mic stand.
I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart. I wanna learn to rope and ride. I wanna ride over the plains and the desert, out west of that great divide. I wanna hear the coyotes howling as the sun sinks down in the west. I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart. That's the life I love the best. Ah-dee-da-do-dee, oh-dee, oh-da-do. Oh-da-do-dee, oh-dee, oh-da-do. Ah-dee-da-do-dee, oh-dee, oh. Oh-da-do-dee, oh-da-do-dee, oh-da-do-dee. Oh-da-do-dee, oh-da-do-dee, oh-da-do-dee. I love that.
That's wonderful.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Patsy Montana's Cowboy
So
Sweetheart.
glad we didn't miss
That was
that.
Patsy Montana's
I
Cowboy
know. That's
Sweetheart.
it. And the first lady ever had a #1 song.
That's right.
That's
Sold
a
over
fact. That's
million
history
copies.
for you folks. We have history lessons here on Crossroads Live.
Yes.
You know, with Brother Buck. and you want to give us some history?
Say, well, yes, indeed. That was indeed a great song from Patsy Montana, which incidentally she stole.
You kidding?
Stuart Hamlin.
From Stuart Hamlin. It was originally Texas Plains. Okay, same tune, most of the same lyrics. Patsy had been singing it on the WLS Barn Dance as Montana Plains, and then she decided to turn it into a girl song. The rest is history.
All right. Well, if you're going to steal a song, steal a good one, right? I love
When you care enough to steal the very best.
There you go. Right. I'll tell you what. We want to thank everybody for watching, and we want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much, Buck. Thank you, young lady. We appreciate you. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for the yodeling. Thanks for the music.
That was awesome.
And we'll be right back on Crossroads Live.
So stay back. We'll be tuned right.
It's a very special time for me. In Texas, we'll be swinging around the Christmas tree, dancing to a Christmas melody. It's Christmas time in Texas. It might look just like a summer day. There may not be snow in San Antonio, but it's a Texas Christmas to wondering what Santa's gonna bring. Grandpa's been chasing Grandma around, trying to catch her 'neath the mistletoe. Everything is right, that won't start shining bright, and it's a Texas Christmas to me. When Santa crosses over the border, he'll sound a little different when he sings. He'll hear those twin fiddles playing Christmas songs with a touch of western swing. There may not be snow in San Antonio, but it's a Texas Christmas to me. And here's wishing you all a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas from Texas and me.
And welcome back to Crossroads Live. We are at the Spirit of the Cowboy. And I'm sitting here with a friend of mine. We have known each other for a little while now. We met with James Drury.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah, Miss Harris, Miss Chris, how you say it?
Kristen.
Christian Harris. Yes. I remember I told you a while ago I had a surprise question I wanted to ask y'all. And now, yeah. Okay, here's my surprise. When did you wake up one day and find out you can yodel?
I don't remember it happening that way.
No?
I listened to Roy Rogers and Gene Autry yodel.
Me too.
And decided I really wanted to do that. So I practiced while I was milking cows and riding my horse, because they're the only ones who would listen to me. And I think it took me about 2 days, and I was able to do it, got the yodel break, and then from there I kind of got better. I remember really wanting, I could yodel the simple yodels, like the Jimmy Rogers, type yodel that Gene Autry did. And I remember really wanting to be able to learn to yodel fast. And it wasn't that I couldn't break my voice fast, but I practiced moving my tongue fast in order to get the fast yodel.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, because I've tried for years. Of course, I can't sing, so maybe that might have something to do with it. but I'll tell you, the one I still get amazed at whenever I see on YouTube or somewhere and I see a clip of Roy Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
That man could yodel.
Oh, yes. He was like the king of the yodelers.
Yeah.
He was one of the most amazing, he still is one of the most amazing yodelers.
Yeah, right. And so I understand you're going to California?
Well, yeah, I am. I'm going to California this weekend, but it's a show. I can't talk about it until it's going to be released. So
okay,
they want me to keep it under wraps for right now.
Okay, all right. It's one of them shows. It's one of them shows. But I bet you're going to be great.
Well, it'll be fun.
Great.
I'll be yodeling.
Yeah, and so we met with James Drury.
Uh-huh.
We met with James Drury. And
Yeah.
You came out and you brought out that guitar and you started yodeling and singing and everybody was applauding and going crazy and it was wonderful.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We did. Well, Cheryl Rogers was also there with James Drury and Ellen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we did some Dale Evans songs in honor of Dale Evans' 100th year.
Yeah. Well, Dale Evans was, without a doubt, a wonderful lady. And they had all them children that they adopted and did so well with, So,
Sure did.
Yeah, it turned out very nice. Because I watch Roy Jr. and the Roy Rogers, not Roy, but Clayton, Dustin Rogers.
Dustin.
Yeah. Have you worked with these people?
Well, I've met Dusty and Dustin, but not really done anything with them.
Oh, okay. Well, that time's coming. It's coming. I'll guarantee you. Well, listen, I want to thank you for taking time to visit with me. And I'm going to see you at the next Gene Autry lunch group.
Yeah, you
well,
bet.
I know I'm going to be there for the party, Christmas party.
Yeah, I will too.
We might let Miss Devon come up there. What do you think? Think she'll come sing with you?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, listen, thank you so much for taking this time to be with me. All right. And we'll be right back on Crossroads Live.
We haven't got a plan, but I tell you, we could start with a Yuletide yodel. What do you think?
Ahead.
Are you ready? After salsa and chips, can you yodel?
I can try.
saddled up and riding through the cold December snow, sharing season tidings, ranch to ranch house as we go, swapping Christmas presents wrapped in burlap bags and strings with friends that we won't see again round up time next spring. Christmas greetings, bunkhouse meetings, old friends, trading handshakes and howdies all around. Cowboys mingling, spurs jingling, rearing back and singing out a Yuletide yodel song. Ole, hey, ole, 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 dee. Ole, hey, ole, 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 dee. Ole, ole, ay, ole, 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 dee. Ole, ole, ay, ole, dee. Turkey roasting slowly, golden brown, stuffing filled. Pumpkin pies and mincemeat cooling on the windowsill. All across the prairie, it's a joyous time of year, and every bunkhouse down the line is filled with Christmas cheer. Christmas greetings, bunkhouse meetings, old friends trading handshakes and howdies all around. Cowboys mingling, spurs jingling, rearing back and singing out a Yuletide yodel song.
And welcome to Crossroads Live. My name is Jim Hoffbauer, and I'm sitting here with a brand new friend of mine. His name is Bob, and I'm going to get him to help me with the last name.
Fanucchi, Bob Fanucchi.
Bob Fanucchi. I like that. That's a great name, man. I'll tell you, let's talk a little bit before we get into the business about, you were telling me you were part Italian, part Indian.
I'm Italian from my dad's side, and I'm registered Cherokee from my mom's side.
Wonderful. Oklahoma, right?
Oklahoma, right.
Yeah. Where at in Oklahoma?
I think they call it Tahlequah, Oklahoma, but I'm 1/8 Cherokee.
And I'm a half-breed Cajun. No, I'm from Louisiana, actually.
Louisiana?
Yeah, and I grew up in South Louisiana, but I lived around Dallas for last 30, 40 years, you know.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And so anyway, let's talk about the business. What is your job in the business?
My job in the business, I'm an actor and a producer and an executive officer with Dream River Films.
Wonderful, wonderful. And y'all shooting a movie locally?
We're prepared to shoot a movie here November 12th, right here at Storybook in McKinney. The film's called Jail Wagon.
I know a girl that works there. Yes, I know a girl that works out there. Yeah, you know, and she's a wrangler. You know, gets people rides and stuff. Very good. Great location. Great location. And who wrote the story?
The story was written by David E. Reed and William Booth.
Okay. And William Booth is the director.
William Booth is the director.
Yeah. And and so you were telling me y'all were going to Carthage, Texas?
We're going to be scouting Carthage, Texas, a place called Deadwood Land and Cattle Company for our field shots on the range, or another place in Stephenville, 8 miles out of Stephenville.
All right, yeah. Well, Stephenville, great cowboy country, you know.
Oh, that's what I hear.
Yeah, and Carthage, hometown of Tex Ritter, Jim Reeves, and we have, you know, of course, I have a little history there myself because I know the Ritter family, you know. But that's a wonderful area. They'll treat you well. Great barbecue there.
Well, you know, there's great barbecue in Texas everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, listen, and so the director on this film, so you one of the producers, right?
Yes.
Of the film. So, well, I did a movie. I got to tell you, and the only reason I got into the movie is because I wrote it.
That's the way to get in the movie.
Yeah, that's how you get into the movie. I wrote the script, and so they let me have a little part. You know,
that's good.
Yeah. But anyway, so where do you go from here now, today? I mean, what's happening now, this weekend?
Well, this weekend here's the Spirit of Cowboy Festival.
Right.
I come over to visit my friends, Ken Farmer, Buck Steinke, Robert Fuller, Alex Cord, and listen to what they have to say. And
You can't find any good actors to hang out with?
No.
Not a one, huh?
Not a one, just drinking buddies.
Well, Buck is a wonderful writer.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, wonderful writer, and he and Ken write together. And
they're putting out some good books.
yeah, they do, and wonderful people. And so, well, listen, I want to take this time to say thank you for taking some time to come spend with us. Is there anything you want to tell our audience while you're here?
Well, I want to give a little bit more background on
wonderful,
on the
yes.
company. Jail Wagon is the third of the trilogy of our Western films. We have a Western film called The Reckoning, and then the one that I starred in with Stephanie Reba Jones was called Courage. What makes our films...
I know Stephanie.
Do you know Stephanie?
Yes, I do. She was a guest on my show. I saw the film trailer for that. Okay. She sent it to me. We're friends on Facebook also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know Steph. She goes by Steph now, you know.
Steph.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
I know her. Did I surprise you on this?
You surprised me on that.
Yeah, and I wrote her and I told her how beautiful she photographed.
She is absolutely gorgeous.
And the camera loves, and she can sing.
And she can
sing, my friend.
I love Stephanie. She stayed at my house many times. Got to listen to her play music. I was the guy who was killing everybody in that trailer.
Yeah,
so that was me.
That was you?
Yeah.
Right.
They put long hair on me and grayed up my beard and everything, and I had.
Oh, I remember it.
But
yeah.
That's the second part of the trilogy, and this finishes up, and then we're going to re-edit it. We're using the best Texas talent. Stephanie, John Inman, Guy Forsythe, a few other, David, I think his name, Ken Welch or something's coming up in this new film. And so the things that break the budget in these movies, a lot of it's the scoring and music. So we bring people that are truly heart in Texas, and this is why we make these films.
Right.
This is going to make them successful because they're true Texans, and you get a woman like Stephanie, you know, you can't go wrong.
Is she like the lady lead?
She was the leading lady in Courage. We shot a music video with Stephanie after the Courage film, and then Guy Forsythe, who wrote our main song in Courage, we shot a music video with him also.
Right.
And they're like family. I hate to see these people come into your lives and you're intensely living with them, you're eating with them, talking with them, hearing their life story, and then when the film ends, it's like, oh.
Well, I tell you a quick story on that, and just what you're talking about is I did a movie called Painted Hero with Dwight Yoakam and Peter Fonda. I almost forgot Peter's name. Yeah. And Peter Fonda, and became very good friends with Peter. Mm-hmm. And really, I learned a lot from him because he is a walking encyclopedia.
Oh, really?
On film, yes. And so anyway, I learned a lot from him. And so we talked about, he did a movie called The Hired Hand. You might have seen it.
I think
and he directed that movie. And he took me frame by frame by frame by frame with that film. That was a lesson you can't buy.
Absolutely.
And I thank you, Peter, if you're watching. So anyway, listen, we got to say thank you very much, Bob.
Thank you.
And thank you. And you tell Steph hello from me.
I sure will.
Well, this has been a pleasure, man. Thank you very much. And don't even look like Tom Selleck.
You went there.
Thank you.
Went there.
And we'll be right back on Crossroads.
Song that I learned from Billy Andrews, the man that wrote it. I actually learned it off of YouTube because he's been gone for about 25 years. Denver Darling took his song, and she said, hey, I like that. I'm going to change it, and I'm going to make it a girl's song. So this is her version. What was originally, I've just got to be a cowboy. Now is, I've just got to be a cowgirl. I want a hand carving and a silver buckle set and a palomino pony to ride. A Stetson sombrero with 5 X's in the back, and a pair of Shipley Spangs and a great big patch of there. A pair of Justin boots I'll have with stopping rows and stitching, and then I'll get that
that flower shirt for which I've been an itching. And when they holler, ride 'em, girl, I know that I'm really pinching. 'Cause I just gotta be a cowgirl. I want a bright red scarf and a singing lariat and an old guitar to play as I ride. Well, and as I go riding, I'll go yippee, yippee, yay, and I'll learn to yodel too and go on here someday. I'll woo a western guy I know, and when I've got him landed, I'll wrap him in my lariat and love him single-handed. I'll rope the moon and stars and have my old Ford pickup branded. 'Cause I just gotta be a cowgirl. Hey, just gotta be a cowgirl. I want a hand-carved belt and that silver buckle set and a palomino pony to ride. And old saddle pillows underneath the stars above. And I'll live a life of ease on the prairie that I love. I'll give pearl-handed 44s no comfortably with notches. And I'll ride a bucking bronco while that certain cowboy watches. I'll get a drawl and say howdy, y'all, and even buenos noches. 'Cause I just gotta be a cowgirl. I just gotta be a cowgirl. Well, I just gotta be a cowgirl.
Welcome back to Crossroads Live. I am here with the legendary Hoot Gibson. How you doing, buddy?
I'm fine, sir. And you, Jim?
All right.
Good to be here. Good to see you.
Yeah. Tell me about your buddy here.
Well, he's an 8-year-old, Texas bred and raised, Longhorn. He came from the stockyards. He has had probably 75,000 pictures taken off his back. He is my hobby. We do a little promotions for people. We're just out here having fun, riding him around, entertaining, and enjoying Gene Autry's 99th birthday.
There it is. I'll tell you what, he looks so gentle.
Well, he's gentle. He reads Job 6 days a week right out of the Bible.
And what's his name?
His name is Buckwheat.
Buckwheat. All right.
And he reads Job, and what that means is he's tied to a post for a little while, and it teaches him patience. So he'll stand here and
be gentle.
Kind of wants to be gentle. He wants to reach in and get some of that green there.
Oh, okay.
But he don't know for sure whether he should or not.
So what does he eat?
Well,
How much?
to keep him in good flesh like he is now, half a bale of Coastal a day and about a gallon of sweet feed. But he's been running in pasture for the last 6 weeks in knee-deep grass, if you can believe that, with no rain. And it is literally, he's in pretty good flesh. For a Longhorn, he is looking good.
Wow,
Slick.
Great.
We're getting ready for winter.
And tell the world out there how you got your name of Hoot Gibson.
Well, I worked for the railroad out of Ennis, Texas, back in '70, and they nicknamed me Hoot because my last name was Gibson, and I've been Hoot ever since.
All right, that's a good name to have.
It's not a bad name.
Yeah, and he was a movie star in his own.
He was in his own time, yeah. Lady called the other day up to Tioga, and I do a little volunteer work there for the Gene Autry Festival and Museum. And she called up there and she said, "Who am I talking to?" And I said, "Hoot." And she said, "Who am I talking to?" And I said, "Hoot." She said, "Who am I speaking with right now?" And I figured she was in her 80s. And I said, "Hoot Gibson." And she said, "I called the museum to talk about Gene Autry, and I get Hoot Gibson, and they're both dead." And I said, no, ma'am, but I'm getting real close.
All right. Okay, well, that's great. I'll tell you what, I want to thank you for taking some time to spend with us.
No, thank you. The pleasure's been ours.
All right, and it's nice meeting you, Buckwheat.
Now, when do you want to get on him?
Huh?
Not huh?
Huh? I guess right now.
What did you say?
Right
Quit
now.
coming?
No. We'll do it.
I'll tell you what, let me fall off here. I have to. These rubber boots,
Okay.
Let me fall off, and we're going to put you up here.
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
Got it?
Yeah, and I may literally fall off. Let me hand you this mic.
Okay. Now, Buckwheat, I'm a nice guy.
All right,
I
brother.
am one of the good guys.
Let me hold that.
Okay.
And we're going to put you up there.
All right, here. I'm one of the good guys.
Wait a minute.
I'm waiting.
All right, here we go.
You the ball.
Whoa, he's not going anywhere. He just moved around. Whoa. when you knee him a little bit like that, he thinks you want him to move. Here we go. Oh, he's tall. He's tall. Oh.
I'll tell you what.
Talk to us. Tell us.
Hello. I want you to know this has been an experience. She's been trying, it's a hoot, and she's been trying to get me on a bull for a long time. Now I'm really on one. Now I'm a real cowboy now. I'll tell you what. And anyway, we want to thank you, Hoop. Thank you, Buckwheat.
Oh, thank y'all. The pleasure's ours.
All
Y'all
right.
think he's a real cowboy? Well, watch this. Watch this.
Whoop.
But you want to see something funny?
No.
He's stuck in neutral. He ain't going anywhere. All right.
He knows that, I don't.
He knows he's in neutral? All right. Just grab me and come on off. Grab me. I got you. Okay. Whoa. He is tall. Whoa. He's pretty tall. Boy, we got to.
Thank you.
We're in a mess.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. I'll see you later.
Don't have no jingle bells or sleigh to display on Christmas Day. Not much snow down Texas way, but we sure mean it when we say Merry Texas Christmas, you all. Merry Texas Christmas, you all. May your days be sunny and bright. May your heart be happy and light. Merry Texas Christmas, you all. Well, if wishes really could come true, I wish that I could send to you a gushing oil well or two while I'm wishing you a Merry Texas Christmas, you all. Merry Texas Christmas, you all. May your days be sunny and bright. May your heart be happy and light. Merry Texas Christmas, you all. May your days be sunny and bright. May your heart be happy and light. Merry Texas Christmas, you all, you all, you all.
All right, and welcome back to Crossroads Live. My name is Jim Hoffmeyer, and I'm standing there with two very special people. Special in my life, anyway. Why don't we start with this young lady right here, and tell us your name, ma'am.
Delene Hoffmeyer Allen.
Hoffmeyer. Now, I've heard that name before.
We're cousins.
Oh, yeah. Member of the family, folks. Yeah. And this gentleman here.
My name is Eugene Allen. I'm also from here in Dallas, Texas, where this interview's been, so it's great to be back in Dallas. And, oh, by the way, I'm married to that lady right there beside you.
This lady? This lady?
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about how your day went in there?
Oh, today was just a fabulous day. We had incredible musicians and people that really could sing. And they put on quite a show in there, and I think everybody was very, very pleased with the performances that were there today.
I'd like to talk to you about your bass player.
Okay.
How long has she been playing bass?
She's only been at this about a year and a half.
Really?
Yes, actually, I'd grown up playing the piano and organ, and his father had this idea. He said, I think you can play the bass. I said, well, I can play it with my left foot on the organ, so why not? He said, well, I'll meet you halfway on that. I'll pitch in, and if you buy that bass, pick the one you want. So we went halves on it, and I've got an upright bass. All right. I think of him every time I play it.
Okay, I need to know a little bit about your dad.
Okay.
Your dad was interviewed by Joan Hallmark a few months ago.
Yes. Well, she's a lady who does this thing called the Freedom Fighters. And she interviews all the veterans. And my father last April had precious time to get with her. And they went down to the Equipment Library, and my dad got to describe his memoirs really on videotape. And my dad described from the time he was at the Solomon Islands till the time of the Japanese surrender. And we were very, 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 very grateful that she took the time to do it. We found she was a very wonderful lady besides.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. Yeah, she came to the library, and we had connected with her. I knew Joan Hallmark and knew what she was doing, and we wanted to make sure and document his father's experiences, and we're just so fortunate that we were able to do that, and Joan did a great job.
I hear she's a great interviewer.
Yes, she is, and I hear that you have a connection with her as well.
Joan Hallmark, I met when I was 21, and I've known her since then. She was the drama teacher at Theater 3 Academy, and I started studying drama with Joan, and she was wonderful to me. She encouraged me, and she taught me a lot. And but anyway, let's talk a little rodeo.
Oh, okay. I guess the best way to put this is when I was 17, had the rodeo bug, like the guys say in the business. That's just the rodeo lingo that goes around. So I was like the other high school kids, felt like, wow, we were out here at Mesquite Rodeo. We were watching these guys riding these bulls, and one thing leads to another, and the next thing you know, you're out there riding out there.
Wow. Anyway, I get on my horse and I ride, and I don't fall off. I feel like I've done a good job.
Yes.
So, you enjoy the bass? You enjoy what you did today?
Yes, I enjoyed playing, and I met so many new people. I was able to make some connections, and hopefully I met some people that might want to come to our bluegrass jam. I know a lot of this is Western swing, but the bluegrass is pretty close to that, and we have a bluegrass jam in Quitman on the second Friday of every month. And right now, I would say we're running about 100 people come each month. They're local, they're regional, excellent musicians.
All right, that's very good. I'll tell you what, I want you to do for me, for the camera, turn and look at the camera, and I want you to wish everybody
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
All right. And a Merry Christmas from all of us at Crossroads Live to you. And thanks, family, for being here. Great to be with my family.
So, till we meet again, good luck, God bless, and we'll see you at the Crossroads. Let's go, Dan.